Swiss documentary on Korea's competitive society. A French photographer's tale of 40 years in Korea. France's Maison des Artistes. My Korean kitchen in Israel. A Korean movie director's splash in Mongolia. Hello, welcome to Going Global. I'm your host, Jung Se-mi. The world is full of news and happenings. Some are touching, while some are hard to believe. In England, something incredible and touching happened when a thief mailed back money he or she stole 12 years ago. Cab driver Abubakar Logod was in for a touching surprise when he opened a letter posted to his home and found £250, along with a note of apology from the thief. 12 years ago, Logod was robbed of £200, and he was both surprised and moved that the thief would repent after all these years and try to make up for his misdeed. It's an extraordinary story with a happy ending, and I'm sure some extraordinary things are happening around you as well. And now let's start with our first story of the day. A documentary was made about Korea's hyper-competitive society, as well as the plight faced by young Koreans looking for jobs. The director wanted to show what was sacrificed in Korea's rise to one of the world's largest economies and ask whether personal happiness can be attainable without what was sacrificed. Let's take a closer look.
The Swiss audience at the screening of the documentary Chebors and Chebolas, The Struggle for Work, is focused on the screen. A war to get into a good college. The endless fight for survival in the workplace. The screen shows the trials and tribulations of Koreans hidden by Korea's achievement of becoming one of the world's largest economies.
우리 삶의 그 시스템에서 뭔가 다른 세상이 너무 답답하게 돌아가는 그런 감을 받았어요. 자꾸 한숨이 나왔어요.
Director David Syz documents the high competition in the Korean job market. Syz wanted to show the connection between economic development and the happiness index and selected Korea as an example.
Alle sind tätig und wollen aktiv sein. Und ich habe gedacht, ja, das ist ein Muster vielleicht, oder? Und es ist schon bis zu einem gewissen Grad ein Muster, ein wirtschaftliches Muster. Aber der Preis, der dafür bezahlt wird, gesellschaftlich gesehen.
This documentary was filmed back in 2013. It captures workers on strike, young North Korean defectors and foreigners, a side of Korea that does not regularly appear in the foreign media. By highlighting the social problems of an economy dominated by large corporations and conglomerates, Syz asks what it means to become a society where an individual can live a happy life.
Wollen wir reinen Kapitalismus und müssen wir diesen Kapitalismus haben, um überleben zu können gegen die Konkurrenz, sag's jetzt mal von Korea oder China oder weiß ich was alles, oder können wir uns leisten, eine gewisse Lebensqualität, einen gewissen Sozialstaat?
Swiss viewers were so interested in this documentary that it was crowdfunded. Their interest stems from Europe's current economic stagnation and different opinions on growth and distribution.
Wenn man hört, was die Leute für eine Erfahrung im Leben machen, wenn wir dafür offen sind, dann kann uns das eigentlich nur weiterbringen, die Erfahrung von anderen Leuten. Und das hat der Film für mich auf exzellente Weise gezeigt.
Chebors and Chebolas, The Struggle for Work, shows the values of coexistence over economic competition and equal distribution over growth.
Moving on to our next story. Korea and France are commemorating 130 years of bilateral ties this year. One event that is part of these commemorations is a Paris-based photograph exhibition which features pictures of Korea taken by a French documentary photographer over the past 40 years. Let's find out more.
A photograph exhibition at a gallery in Paris, France. An alleyway flanked by low walls and children playing in the alleys. a smiling grandfather. These are scenes that are no longer seen today in Korea.
Ah ben, c'est amusant parce que c'est à la fois, disons, un pays qui paraît un petit peu en retard, entre guillemets, hein, je veux dire traditionnel dans son approche.
Barbaron captured scenes of Korea in the throes of industrialization. This exhibition is a 40-year-long travelogue of a photographer who loves Korea.
C'est dommage de ne pas les montrer aux Français ou aux Coréens qui sont en France.
Barbaron first went to Korea in 1973 to take part in a global taekwondo competition. He was attracted to the vigor and generosity of Koreans and began photographing the lives of Koreans.
Et après, quand je suis allé en Corée, j'ai rencontré d'autres Coréens et puis j'ai eu envie d'y retourner. Je sais pas, je me sentais chez moi.
Barbaron began to take photos of Korea to show the charms of Korean traditional culture to his people. Now these photographs have become valuable records of Korean roots.
40년 이상을 이제 한국인들에 관해서 촬영을 해주셨는데 그런 부분이 갖고 있는 어떤 증인적인 부분이 굉장히 중요한 가치를 가지고 있거든요.
As France's only documentary photographer specializing in Korea, Laurent Barbaron's work will continue for some time.
Staying in France for our next story. France is an artistic powerhouse thanks in part to artists' welfare policies that are available not only to French artists, but also foreign artists. These policies were established with the help of an association known as La Maison des Artistes, or the House of Artists, which is open to any artist active in France. Let's take a closer look.
This is Montmartre, a historically popular area for artists. Every day, artists and musicians enjoy the liberal artistic spirit here. It's also called the hometown of the 19th century artists, as figures like Renoir, Picasso, and Van Gogh were all active here. Paris has been the timeless favorite city for artists. Contemporary artist Yi Ji-sun came to Paris in 2008 to play out her dream. Yi registered herself at La Maison des Artistes, or the House of Artists, to live in France and work on her art following graduation. Once registered, the artist is given a legal permit to stay in France and even gets discounts on studio rent and art supplies.
여기에 가입이 됐다라는 뜻 자체가 프랑스에서 활동하는 작가구나를 공식적으로 인정을 해주는 거고 그에 대한 서류가 있는 거기 때문에
La Maison des Artistes, first established in 1952, acknowledges artists as a special class of workers and implements policies that gives them a social safety net. Anyone who can prove that he or she is an active artist in France can register here. About 55,000 artists are currently members of La Maison des Artistes. For an annual fee of 28 euros, every member is guaranteed the same welfare benefits, regardless of nationality.
D'avoir accès aux aides juridiques, aux aides comptables, aux aides sociales et à tous les services de l'association en termes de communication pour les aider à accomplir leur travail.
Because artists have unstable income and high potential to become isolated in society, there is also a policy that guarantees them their basic needs. This policy is to ensure that artists do not give up on their aspirations due to poor living standards. Of course, members must prove that they are active in the artistic world.
불규칙적인 그 월급을 규칙적으로 이제 예술인들한테 그걸 주는 시스템이 있어요. 그러니까 예를 들면은 평균을 내는 거죠. 그러니까 만약에 100만 원이 월급이라고 한다면은 이 무용수가 70만 원밖에 일을 못했으면은 나머지 30만 원을 그걸 계산을 해서 더 주는 그런 제도.
With the support of such systems, many artists from all over the world are making their dreams come true in France.
Our next story takes us to Israel. Korean restaurants are found across the world, but Israel seems to be an exception. Even so, an Israeli blogger has garnered many regular readers with her posts about Korean cuisine. Let's find out more.
This blog has 1,000 regular readers. It's filled with photos of Korean dishes and recipes written in Hebrew. The blogger is full-time chef Limor Lechniak. Her kitchen is filled with soy sauce, red pepper powder, and other common ingredients easily found in a Korean kitchen. How did Lechniak come across Korean food in Israel, where there isn't a proper Korean restaurant or a Korean specialty store?
יישמע לך מאוד מצחיק, אבל זה בעקבות כמובן הדרמות הקוריאניות. הכי התלהבתי מהאוכל. חוץ מהשפה והאנשים והכל והתרבות.
Her curiosity even brought her all the way to Korea. A visit each in 2013 and 2014 turned her curiosity into passion, and Lechniak became one of only a handful of Korean cuisine experts in Israel. She even learned Hangul, the Korean alphabet, in order to learn more about Korean cuisine.
יש לי הרבה ספרים, אחר כך אני אראה לך. אני לומדת מהאינטרנט, לומדת מחברות. יש לי חברה קוריאנית, איסון, שבאה אליי הביתה, ובישלנו ביחד, ולמדתי. זה מדהים, פשוט פעם אחת אני יושבת איתה, מבשלת ארוחה אחת, כמה אני לומדת.
Today is Korean Food Day, an event she arranged with a friend. The main dish is andong chimtak, braised chicken and vegetables marinated in soy sauce. Lechniak handles kimchi as confidently as any Korean homemaker. She always remembers to introduce Korean culture alongside the dishes. She practices the Korean etiquette of serving the guests first.
אני מקווה שעם השנים זה כן ייכנס, כי אני מאמינה שישראלים יאהבו את זה. זה טעם שאי אפשר להסביר אותו, ואני בטוחה שלימור תוכל לעשות את זה מצוין. שלום 됐습니다.
Lechniak dreams of opening a Korean restaurant in Israel. May her efforts bear fruit and help spread Korean culture all over Israel.
Our last story of the day takes us to Mongolia. Director Jang Yu-geun has 20 years of experience directing fashion commercials and music videos. Then he debuted as a film director 1 year ago in Mongolia. Let's take a closer look.
A movie set is being installed in a village in the outskirts of Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. One man is busy interacting with the actors. Once he's behind the camera, he's stern and serious. He is movie director Jang Yu-geun, who has become quite popular in Mongolia as of late.
Okay, hi, camera, start!
Chang's first movie, Single Ladies 2, was a wild success in Mongolia. A movie that brings in about $130,000 in 1 month is considered a success in Mongolia. Jang's movie was in theaters for more than 2 months, showing how popular it was. The movie was also screened in the United States, Japan, and Europe.
첫 번째 찍었던 싱글레이디 2라는 영화에서 그 몽골에서는 한 번도 이루어진 적이 없는 시내를 다 막고 주요 도로를 막고 자동차 레이싱 장면을 찍었거든요. 몽골 사람들이 그 영화의 그 장면을 보고 좀 놀라는 걸 보면 아, 제가 들어와서 뭔가를 했구나라는 생각도 들고 좀 의미가 있고.
The movie's strongest points are the director's distinct color and creative composition. Jang used his artistic sense that he developed as an arts major and his 20-year experience working as a director for fashion commercials and music videos.
мэдлэгтэй одоо туршлагатай юм байлээ. Тэгээ энэ тал дээр өөрийнхөө одоо туршлагыг өдөр болгон дахиж шинжилж тэ өөртөө одоо шин нээлтүүдийг хийсэн мэд. Энэ бол уран бүтээлч хүн зайлшгүй байх юм чадвар маш одоо онцгой чанар. Тийм болохоор энэ одоо зан чанар надад их таалагдж байна.
Jang is the first non-Mongolian director to work independently on a movie, unlike in the past when foreign directors worked with Mongolian directors. Having made 2 successive hits, Jang is both highly recognized and popular, but there is much left to be done.
그 몽골 사람들도 한국 사람이 여기 왜 왔어? 라는 그런 서로의 어떤 약간의 그 벽이 있더라고요. 그 벽이 너무 힘들었어요. 지금도 그 벽은 존재하고요, 사실은. 그러면서 현재 추세가 되고 있는 컬러라든지 그리고 현재 추세가 되는 앵글 그리고 그러니까 유행인 것들을 좀 쫓아가려고 노력을 하고요. 처음부터 영화를 유명한 사람은 아니니까 지금 공부하는 중입니다. 그래서.
Mongolian cinema is seen as being 20 years behind Korean cinema. Jang aims to foster local talent and help develop the cinema of Mongolia. Despite becoming a director in his 40s, this is Jang Yu-geun's small dream.
I hope you enjoyed today's stories on Going Global. I'm sure many people dream of traveling around the world. One married couple is doing just that. A British couple, Adam and Jodie Daub, sold their house and quit their jobs to go on a trip around the world on an 8-month-long honeymoon. The couple got married in June 2015, and they have been globetrotting since November. They estimate that they've spent about $35,600 to date. The couple also says that this trip has strengthened their bond and will remain as a happy memory for years to come. Can you relate to their story? Well, in any case, they seem to be asking us a question: what's truly important in your life? How about planning a trip of your own to find what matters the most to you? Well, Going Global will be back next week with more exciting and interesting stories from all around the world. Thank you for watching.